Hey folks, what's going on? What's going on? Back with another one, Dtn 4, with some proper news on YouTube. Talk about urban people in these black sectors or any sectors of YouTube, all of YouTube. Uh, let's get started, and I got some slides for y'all. Been busy. It's been a wild week, so okay, this thing under control. Okay, yeah, mic thing is acting up, but yeah, let me talk for a minute. Let me talk for a minute. Damn. Okay. Oh, oh man. Okay. Now, back at it again. Back at it again. So, this past week, and I think I got something for y'all, but it's been going on recently, and I know people is talking about this FJ character. It's more to come in the near future. This ain't over. I mean, you got people talking about they're gonna repeal 230, and I'm like, who cares, bro? Like, that doesn't really matter. If they do repeal it, and who cares? They're gonna make another law to protect their asses. This ain't about all that. See, y'all looking at it from one side. See, the problem with these clowns and these people, when they get certain information, they think they have the truth, which they don't. They don't know what they're gonna do. So I'm not gonna get into that little situation. To me, that's just he didn't really do the damage, and it's not gonna stick. And you know what's so it's gonna be funny why it ain't gonna stick? They're screening people already. They've been doing that for years. I mean, I was over at the LBM Coliseum. It was talking about that situation. They said, "Oh my God, the menace are doomed." Y'all been doomed since prior to that, since 2015. This ain't got nothing to do with 2 to 3 or 4. No, this is 2015 talk. It's just Dave are tired of you. See, they took them time and they said, we're the bad guys. No. You niggas are the bad guys. This ain't no clicky shit. But my nigga, you on DTN again, acting a damn fool, don't know what the hell's going on. Stop talking about that bullshit. Once y'all stop talking about the bullshit, you're going to get exposed on DTN. Like, y'all talk about the same shit every year. You just new to it. You don't know what the hell is going on. First of all, these guys been doing this shit for years and been scamming. This is why I've been preaching that since last year and 2 years ago on certain panels. And like y'all always had a problem. The incel problem will always exist because you niggas ain't got no real content. That's why y'all pissed off. And then we got somebody that does matchmaking, and she does what the equivalent what males do, matchmaking for females, right? But using men to get on what you call a panel, and they have a show. It's been news since last year, and then she started out when she had like 43,000. Then she shot up to a lot of subscribers after that. When she started doing that, people start fucking with her. So it's gonna be very interesting what happens to these people in the future. And then, like I said, co-ed panels, the Lapeef Network. Shouts out to the show, but I'm just saying that's the standard of what we're seeing right now. You have to be like this from now on. This is the new form of what they will say in podcasting. And then we're gonna talk about the big shit. My man Complex done ran up on VA, done challenged VA, and they try to say he was saying some bullshit about his background. I was like, God damn, Complex. I was like, damn, I had to get that one. But I said, my nigga, you on the news, nigga. I was like, damn. But VA, you done fucked up. You done fucked up a lot of people. They gonna get tired of your ass spewing that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't know what's going on. You and the rest need to just sit down somewhere and go sit down. Like we don't want to hear, oh, we got to save this. And this shit is far from saved, man. It's over, bro. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. And that's the problem with Negroes and everybody else alike on YouTube. And I just heard some strange bullshit today. What's going on? Oh, hey, Letisa. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? But like I said, I heard some bullshit at the LBM Coliseum. And before I took the screenshot, he was talking to this King Solo guy, another guy that don't know much on YouTube. And he tried to act like, he is correct by one thing. Yes, Google controls YouTube, and Google doesn't really care about certain niggas getting deleted because they know YouTube pick and chooses. But what hurts their brand if you have big white YouTubers and any, it doesn't really matter. They're big YouTubers. Big YouTubers have no color. I won't tell you a secret. They have no color, but they obey that white power from actual government. But we ain't gonna mention the alphabet government's names because I mention them all the time on vlog streams because we already know they own that piece. But you niggas should have been known. They've been owning that since prior to that, '03 and all the way down to 2012 by the actions when they got rid of certain groups like the Hebrew Israelites. But y'all don't know nothing about that sting off. That sting off happened in 2012. So you niggas don't want to talk about that. Now it's the same thing I've seen 10 years ago. This is 10 years ago shit that I've seen. It's a repeat of history. This time you niggas can't handle it. And the reason they know you can't handle it, and I'm laughing, is because y'all are not really built like that off this internet stuff. You could talk a good game on panels and circle jerk all day, but y'all not ready for the actual change that y'all want. See, I'm not trying to save no damn manosphere or anybody. I don't give a fuck. Y'all out of here. The change is coming with you, but if y'all worrying about the wrong thing about the opposite sex, you're done. Shouts out to certain individuals saying that, and she's right. And I think Robbie Pritzker said that on the teapot on the race game. She's saying that y'all can't worry about that in the future. And this is shows you that character that did what he did, he barely killed anybody. That shows you he ain't really built like much. And it's a joke. To me, it's a joke. All he's gonna do is fuck up your time and fuck up your lives, and you try to make content about it. It's not gonna change anything. The guy was just a clown. All he did was shot a few places, and shouts out to George Macon for explaining that guy that got resigned. He was some type of lieutenant chief. He was the guy in this situation why it happened. You got to ask yourself why he do that. Why he do that? And that's just what it is. And that's just how I realize. Why would anybody take this stuff seriously? And I'm not taking this seriously because I already know what's going to happen. They already pick and choose who are they going to take down. So, like I said, it's going to happen next year. And probably no. It's going to happen this year and next year. This ain't no next year and the year after the election year thing. No, this is going to happen this year and next year. And I'll tell you what's going to happen. Y'all keep doing this shit. They already got it in motion because this is the year they're tired of you. See, they could have did it in 2020 and then 2021 because of the pandemic period. Now they're catching up to 2022. So now they already have it in motion. So they already been having it in motion. This time they're going to do it this year, maybe this summer, and then maybe this spring season. They're already getting started right now. Now they're going to see where y'all going to go because most y'all going to flip anyway. So next year, y'all ain't going to say much. So the LBM Coliseum, like, hey, man, y'all do y'all thing, man. But hey, y'all gotta learn. Stop talking about the opposite sex. They ain't doing much and wrong. They ain't the issues. Y'all as individuals. It's not gonna be a gender thing. Stay off that fake gender warring bullshit. All it does is divide certain people. And this ain't a race thing. This is a cultural thing in the West that's dying off. People don't really give a shit about those topics. I'm telling you. That's the cheap way to get content. I think Google and YouTube said if you're going to talk about that, you got to take it somewhere else that's going to elevate. But 9 out of 10, they don't care for that shit. That actually hurts their numbers. Quiet as it's kept. What helps their numbers is the weird bullshit and other shit. That's what helps their numbers. They like you to talk about the same old shit that you see in the cartoons and areas that you see all the time. So when niggas talk about the same old shit, it's just not going to help you flourish in the next 3 to 5 years. I've seen this all the time. YouTube and Google, Google and YouTube seen this pattern all the time, and that nigga has no idea. And shouts out to Ty City for saying that the one of the big YouTubers is starting to leave and take the money away. And Google and YouTube don't like that. If you're an asset for their, I wouldn't say company, but if you're like the spokesman of this platform, through Google and YouTube. And I'm thinking now the people high ups don't care, but they care about that person. He does bring people in for ad revenue. That hurts a lot of advertisers. Advertisers are people that protects guys like that. And sometimes it can be political scrutiny. It could be anything. And y'all got to understand that some things ought to work in their favor, right? But when you got guys like that, and I'm glad they mentioned PewDiePie and the other guys and all the elite players, they have some weight. Okay. If you work alongside with Google as a partner or any political thing, they fuck with you. You're on TV and you decide to lead that shit, That fucks them up long term. See, short term it may not hurt them, but long term, what Ty City here's what Ty City should have said. He should have said short term, they ain't gonna help them, but long term, yes, it'll fuck with them. And they seen the effects before. And if you go to another platform and do better, that's why they told his ass to come right back. And that's all of them. And even the niggas that's better, like Marquise Brownlee, the smart one, right? He ain't bad as we are, but this dude is the standard. They don't want that shit going somewhere else. That fucks them up long term. See, let me tell you something. Yeah, Google, YouTube, yeah, they fine, but niggas when they talk about money, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. It's two types who gets really about the shit. See, they so used to losing shit because they don't know shit about the actual marketing piece. That's why they don't know shit about Google. We already know they're controlled by other entities and things like that, by government and secret groups and things like that, right? Who cares? But you dudes do not know what the hell you talking about. Stingos, we seen it. I've seen that shit 10 years ago. When they knocked the group down, they dismantle us even fucking harder. That's why you don't see me talking about no crazy shit on here on content. It's the content they care about. I don't think they really care about a bunch of niggas complaining about hoes all day. You niggas don't know nothing. Like y'all think you know, but you really don't know because this site can go anytime. Google could sell it to somebody that's dirty, and then there you are. That's your content, right? It end up like Tumblr or worse. That's a lesson. But 9 out of 10, you're gonna realize what time it is, right? So y'all got to look at it from the big picture standpoint. And I'm just saying, like, people think we're gonna just be here for a long haul. So yeah, you got to think about the content that y'all talking about. And I think one reason why I kind of disagree with old fella, Mr. Solo, like, dude, you have no idea. And I don't think he does content. And I think that's part of it. And I don't think he's a true content creator. He's just a panelist that don't know what the hell he's talking about. He has to study this shit like a science. I studied this shit prior to this, and it's never gone away. So yeah, DTN is all about exposing the bullshit what these dudes be saying and some things. Yeah, I show shots or whatever. So and yeah. And that's just one thing I can tell y'all in so many words. But yeah. So I'll be right back, folks. I'm gonna step away for a minute. I'll be right back. Yeah, back at it again. But like I said, but that individual, he has no idea what the hell he's talking about. But I was watching that. I said, hey, you know, he had to do the research. And it was not putting him on game or anything. It's about the information. I think people get misled about certain things. So when you talk about this stuff, this is the stuff we talk about. And I'm glad I show shots of this all the time. And I think part of it is like, look, you got to get into it, man. You got to get into it. And I think me talk about this now and the situations that I show these shots. And we'll get into it like in the 30-minute mark. So give me minutes to speak on what's going on. You got this character. They already paint him as a terrorist. I've been saying that shit for probably since I came back in certain things on YouTube. When I came back on YouTube, I'll say YouTube in 2020, looking this style of platform where it was going on the live streaming tip. I knew live streaming has been around for years, but this type of style since 2020. But I'll say this network and news and things like that, current events when we're reporting or mix of different topics in podcasts, right? And then I said to myself, why they focus on the females? I said that's so '07 to 2015 bullshit. Now it's just like it's the same old shit. And then I look and I know what the problem is. It's the sexual shit. But now if they legalize the thing, around this country, they said it'll make a difference. It may not. But I'm just saying, like in so many words, why would anybody would focus on this topic hard than any other topics? Like anybody else can talk about different things, but when you focus on one thing and then gender warring, I mean that's a rabbit hole you shouldn't have went down. And I'm glad this individual Todd City said that, and I was saying that for like years ago. Even I was saying this probably coming to these places like on YouTube. But yeah, when I was in the workplace, people was talking about that bullshit. That shit got stale after a while. So you got to remember that type of shit. Y'all thought it was cool, but that shit gets old after a while. Y'all got to talk about something, do balance, and get your content in the right order. So yeah, these dudes don't know what they're talking about because over the years I've seen a lot of changes. People got taken down left and right. Yeah, they had little wars, but y'all's wars ain't shit compared to ours. What we did back in the day when we built this type of content to move forward. See, what they're talking about is something that they ain't used to. They ain't used to no staying up and being pressured. And they said they already went mainstream. Well, actually, it's been mainstream. It's been mainstream since 2 years ago. It's just last year, once he went mainstream, I'm talking about this purple pill guy motherfucker. Him and the rest of them niggas, they're done. And you can't spill the shit. And the guy is praising him. But VA trying to say he don't praise him. No, nigga, you are a worshiper. You're an idol worshiper. And you just don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all getting exposed, man. That's all it is. And that's what I do. I expose the bullshit of these guys and they think they know everything. And they really don't. Even the audience don't fuck with y'all like that. That's sad. That's sad. And that's the same shit I've been saying the longest. And I said this last year. And thank goodness I'm doing this type of segment. And it all spawned out when me and Dre had an idea. And I had an idea for this show. And I said this, I was going to do this. And this is a spring edition. This is the news network. But we will bring it to another show that y'all familiar with. We're just going to do a small segment of it. And we're going to air certain people out. And it's going to be fun this summer. I can't wait because the spring version of this is just nothing new. We ain't stopping. We're just going to make a small segment and it's going to be standard and we're going to keep it that way. It's just people just need to stop doing the same bullshit over and over again because once we get you, we're going to get you. That's what we're talking about. But yeah, he was trying to say that don't affect Google. Yes, it does. It affects the money aspect of what Google does. And I think probably when he mentioned, oh, those big YouTubers get out of fake Google, they're not big. This ain't got nothing to do with them being bigger. They're assets to money. So they're assets. Once you're a big YouTuber, once you're a superstar of their network, I'll give you an example. Like it's kind of like the Oscars, right? If they decide to go somewhere else, do their own thing, and if you have a lot of pull and respect amongst the peers around them, that fucks with them psychologically. Y'all do know that because money, that's just a secondary thing. The main thing is you. They need you because you're asset. You do make them the cash dolls. You do make things that change and make difference. The problem is when you make money assets like that, those dudes get richer and richer all the time, and the average person don't make that much on YouTube like that. The ones that do, like he said, 57,000. That's not accurate. What Obsidian said. That's true, and sometimes that's false. The big YouTubers getting way more than that. Depends on their contract. If their contract's higher than that, that's the average YouTuber. That's not 99 to 100 billion, 100 million to I would say from 30 million, make way more than that. So you're talking about pennies when you're talking about that. That's you. That's in the I'll say the 29 all the way down to 100,000. Probably make that much. 57,000. That's what y'all make, and everybody else don't make as much. I already know because I did a research on certain people. They said they don't even make that much. So yeah, that's why people don't care for monetization. It could be a trap because once you're monetized, you're done. They can take you off this shit and replace you. They said they get rid of small channels for let. Yes, it's true. And I was trying to tell them in the LBM Coliseum, I said, dude, that's only sometimes. They don't do it all the time. They pick and choose who they want to get rid of. If you're saying certain things, you're gone. So the thing is, where is the moment of y'all doing this shit? So again, like I said, they don't know the information and they just gonna repeat what someone else heard, like parrots. And I get it. They're scared. And they're scared. They're scared of the truth. What's hurting them right now is they don't understand that things can come down on them in the future. So they're talking about this FJ, Frank James, wherever character. He's already been arrested and he's looked like a fool. I saw several clips of him. And then the guy that resigned hurts him in the long run. So they probably gonna ask him questions. So yeah, it's a lot of things going on, man. Like it's been a wild week. Then you got Melly Monaco trying to do a pineapple show. I find it interesting that they love niggas like they with gold teeth. I think it's hilarious. It's no shot at her. Shouts out to Melly, but I'm just saying that show's very interesting. But a lot of dudes is thirsty for this female chick. But we know the woman she's a decent model. She's like I'll give her a 6 or 7. I mean, she's okay. She's kind of cute, but she's an example that Melly promotes. And she was trying to win a date or something, to set her up in the date, because I don't know what women do, and it's very interesting how they set them up. And you learn a lot from them. But these dudes, it could be guys look like me or that dude in the gold, and I'm surprised she pineapple certain dudes. I was watching that. I said, well, wow, women know what they want, don't they? And that's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. What's going on? All right, peace. And I understand this. That's the style that you have. And boy, oh boy, I ain't never seen people want that attention on that show. I mean, she gets a lot of views. I was like, wow, so she's matchmaking now. And that thing blew up. And I remember when she didn't have that many, but that thing blew up. I was like, whoa, that's power. You know what I'm saying? But they have these powers, like I said. And then Lapeef is another thing. That's when you want to talk about the gender topics, relationships, all that. I think they're standard. They're mainstream. I think Google and YouTube is pushing that channel to say, hey, you fucked up one time. You change your ways. All right, we're going to give you this. They had to go through that ringer, man. Every big YouTuber, I would say, that used to be small like us, they went through that ringer. And you know what happens? Yes, they got flagged and got tapped out. You know what happened? They came right back. They played their case. Their reputation done got big, and now they protect them. Once they protect you, I hate to say Google and YouTube protect you based off contract deals and shit like that, or your channel getting touched or whatever and violations. The motherfuckers gonna beat that. They got lawyers and everything. See, here's a secret. They got lawyers, right? Why the hell they got lawyers? I'll tell you why. It's like the record business, like the sports world business. Like if you got lawyers and shit, it's hard to get rid of them. And I'll tell you why. Google and YouTube would love to. Quiet as kept. The racist shit that these people be on the top be doing, it's not going to happen. Google and YouTube allow shit like that. They've been doing that for years. The only reason, and someone mentioned AJ, known as Alex Jones. Alex Jones is an agent of provocateur. He's a fucking clown. All he does is slander and lie on people. I can't believe these coon niggas in the LBN Coliseum co-signed that. And I kind of laugh at them because they're bots, and I feel sorry for them. But and let me tell you something, AJ don't give a fuck about you. He's racist. Quiet as kept. He's the type of dude that doesn't give a fuck about none of you. And he's pro-Trump. And I get it. Those guys need to be shut down because they can't have two people running their mouth. So Twitter got Trump. And guess what YouTube did? And guess what Google and YouTube got? AJ, he's been a problem for years. So they had to get rid of something. They have to balance the product out. They can't just have one side at all. Salute TC Killer. What's going on, T Church? Yeah, and that's what it is. You can't have your way and my highway all the time. So we was trying to tell VA and everybody else at the LBN Coliseum before the leader of the Coliseum had to deal with something in the Coliseum. This dude just don't get it. You're a bot and a slave in the mind of all your idols like KS and everybody else. And we understand y'all like glorified echo chambers. Glorified echo chambers is not accepted over here. We don't accept that bullshit. We crush that shit long term. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. See, I expose the glorified echo chambers of each shot that I see. And sometimes we deal with topic of different content creators. They talk about different things and they want to have their little chambers and shit like that. And it's natural. It's a natural thing. When I was on panels, I listened to the echo chambers and shit, and I just studied them. And I'm like, all right, y'all talking about this, okay, whatever, and y'all gonna do this shit, and then want to cry about it later. You cannot do that. You got to balance your content on. Like I said the whole series of evergreen versus stagnation content. Man, I flourished with that shit, and I said, look, evergreen content will always be king. It depends on what you're talking about, and if it's serious and the right matters, you put it in action. Now, if it's stagnation content, you can talk about gender war, you can talk about bullshit, you can talk about all that stuff. Then you can talk about this war over here out east, where Ukraine and Russia. I don't really speak on it like I used to. And a lot of people try to say, "Oh, I'm the other side." Well, here's the problem with that: you can't. You can't pick sides on this. I think Google is pro. We already know they pro on the other side with the U, and I get it. And Ukraine on the ground is whooping their ass. And Russia's doing their thing with the nuclear stuff. We ain't worrying about that in Sweden. I'll be watching France 24 a lot in other news segments, but I'm not going to get into that because I think that is very tricky what I said about anarchism and totalitarianism. We'll talk about that like in passing political world systems, why that thing is very serious over there. And we're going to talk about the dollar conspiracy tomorrow morning after midnight. I think it'll be a dawn reference. I'll be up and I'll let y'all in a little secret while people preach the dollar shit that's saying they're falling, but it's basically in lies because what are they going to replace it with? See that right there? I put screenshots on that and tell people you're going to be on this new segment. You got to explain yourself. And this is the last and final thing about the dollar conspiracy. The only time I'm going to do that is if y'all ask about it. If this one goes well, I can do it during the week. So, you know what I'm saying? But y'all dudes need to calm down with all this rhetoric, man. Like, balance the channel out. And this is what I'm showing y'all. What I see against Black YouTube, urban YouTube, or whatever YouTube, this is what they're pushing. This is what they're pushing and trending on YouTube. And that's what's trending. I talk about, I'm not a trends guy, but I'm trending of what's going on in topics wise. I see what y'all trending topics are talking about, like current events. I stick to that. Other than that, I don't care about those trends that's not relevant to me. I don't really care about. I care about the ones that's current. So we see guys and we say, hey, do your damn thing. Do your thing. So we got to understand something. People going to say reckless shit all the time, and people going to listen, and they were influenced, like the guy said, Mr. Solo was saying. I said, that's true. But Solo has to understand, if you study YouTube, you've been around for years like I have, you understand that things could go left anytime. You have to calm yourself down and understand that where you're on the panel, you can't get emotional with a certain individual that's not known to control himself. That's what it is. You cannot expect me to care about anybody else. And that's the thing, man. That's the thing, man. And yeah. So we're gonna get to when it hits the 30-minute mark, we're gonna do our thing and we're gonna just expose the BS what's going on in the world. So, when it gets to that moment, we're gonna take our time with this and we're gonna get it. And that's the main part of the theme. So, here we go. Here we go, folks. All right. This was today. I shot this today. And shouts out to the host of the Coliseum, the mighty Ramil himself, the radical. This is his channel. Something happened to his Wi-Fi, whatever, in his modem, he was saying, out of the Coliseum. He had to fix the electricity and fix up the building and the lights, but shouts him out. But this is the dude I was talking about. That's talking all this BS, trying to say, they ain't going to take our money. Da, 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 da. I know everything about big YouTubers. I know everything about big YouTubers. This boy right here, right? Another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop having individuals like this on panels. But especially at the LBM Coliseum, man. You're making everybody look bad, sir. And VA usual, he does the same thing, but VA, that's his character. He likes to troll, he likes to be a contrarian, and he likes to be. He's very passionate. He's very passionate. He's kind of like a moralist. And I said that in the LBM Coliseum. I said plain and simple. And I was there, yeah. And in Mike's opinion, that's a cool brother right here. He's balanced in these two, and he's saying the same old shit. He's a defender of all the guys in the idol worships, and I get it. I respect that. He tells on himself all the time. Oh God, hold on. I was about to get to the nitty gritty. Okay, I messed up right here. And everybody kept saying, they said VA, they said TVA. I call him VA. He said TVA. What the fuck? I said, what the fuck? Oh, they were laughing at him. They're like, he was wilding. And then Lord, the mighty Ramil himself had to chin check this dude and try to say, hey, dude, hey, we don't want to hear that. He got bodied this past week on Monday. We're gonna get to that. Now, this right here is the Pineapple Show. I caught this by accident. For the streets, hoes, they say, right? We already know what that is. She looking Stella, blah, 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 D-Max of the trap. Yeah. Brittany wants a thug. See, they go hate, they want to hate on people, but they try to call this guy a thug. I don't think he's a thug. I think he just want to be seen. Yeah, he had gold teeth in his mouth. I think those are real gold teeth in his mouth. He probably put them in there. And he got to pull them things out. We heard he called himself Big Dog the Bricks. He was like a guest, and she pulls up every man all the time from the back. And what she does is she's like a matchmaker. She talks about the actual dating and stuff like that. She puts and you see why, fellas, you got to understand that she'll put you on the spot. She'll hook you up. This will hook you up your problems. If you have a problem, you come to her, man. And she gave up with these nice ladies right here. See, she's being considerate right now. She's not being barbaric. Shouts out to this person right there that did the show. And I watched it, and I had to show you the shot that, you see how women got control right here? And he acted so calmly. And he was talking, conversing. Y'all need to learn a thing or two. The ones that's acting wild out here. See, y'all gotta have patience, man. Like, see, she giving him the time of day, the attention. She said, I don't know this nigga right here, but I'm gonna give him a time of day just to shut him the fuck up. But that's basically what it is. But see, this is what I love to see right here. This is a little balance right here. She ain't want a lot of niggas on. She just cut, this is one nigga we're gonna trust. Everybody else wait in the back. That's how she does it. I mean, she has an excellent show, but it shows example of you dudes, how y'all act. She'll put you on the spotlight. She don't give a fuck. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. Yeah. Now here we get to the nitty gritty. Now we're talking about balance. Now you want to talk about real balance. Shouts out to this man, Mr. Lapeef, JR. He got the gang here. See, the originals is like you got your Courtney, you got your Kay, and Kayla's right there trying to look cute on here. Then you got Q, classic Q. I don't start calling her classic Q. She says she's from Virgin Islands and she's from I think she's West Indian or Trinidad. She said that's what she's mixed with those two, but it doesn't really matter. She's Caribbean, so pardon me because I already know her background a little bit. And JR, the man of the show, and then he's got the Logic guy. He's from GA, and everybody knows this guy, Anton. He's the Mr. Big Shot, and this dude wasn't really saying much. And I caught this, and this is what I'm talking about. You can't have echo chambers if you have women on your shit. Your women is your balance, man. You gotta have these conversations. I put them on the display and don't see what they were saying in so many words. Can people from Atlanta explain to me where Buckhead is? I visited years ago. Oh, it's North Atlanta, man. I could have told this to Teresa. I said, if I was in there, I said, man, that's in north of GA, man. That's in somewhere in Fulton, man. You should know by now. You should know that. She said, thanks for everyone for the hair compliments. It's truly appreciated. A former student literally came to me today to show that she went natural, and I was so happy to gas her up. See, Kay's being Kay. Kay's been with that comment. Kay's going to be normal. I'm not going to kill her right here. Kay is very straightforward. That woman is just, man, she's ruthless, and she can be nice at the same time. That's a dangerous woman. She tell it like it is. You can't handle her. You niggas wouldn't even last on that cammed up. Kay is a character. She's one of my favorite characters on the show. I'm sorry. Kay be challenging niggas, man. You niggas ain't ready. You niggas ain't ready for that cam up. glow up game, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that nigga. Shit. Especially all of them. They'll fuck you up. Don't let them faces fool you. Don't let them pretty ass faces fool you. They doing a little thing. They showing old boy Bruiser. He's like a guest or whatever. And I think this was what, Tuesday night or something like that. I believe Tuesday. Yeah, something like that. Last Thursday. I believe it was last Thursday. It was last Thursday. Last Thursday, and I shot this. And she wants to seems like she's getting over them. Yeah. And that's what they're saying in the chat, and it's just what it is. And that's just how, what they're talking about in these shots. So we're going to get to the nitty gritty right quick. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get into the Complex and VA situation. We're going to get into that and explain. Complex did what he did. It's understandable. And the man challenged his credentials. But I was there at the LBN Coliseum. He destroyed VA. But look at this shit right here. This is standard, y'all. This is going to be the future of panels for now. You got to have these type of ladies on your shit, fellas. I mean, you can't be just a echo chamber of men all the time. It's not going to work. You got to have balance. If you talk to women in the chat, they respect that. You got to have balance, man. This is the future that Google and YouTube is trying to push if you want to get popular. Here we go. Here we go. The popular of the show. Here we go. Here we go. Clip City. Yes, TVA not prepared. Damn, Complex showing his dark side. Oh, he always have a dark side. He just keeps it hidden. Complex, I've seen him rage on panels and all that shit. That man is ballistic. He went off on VA. He told VA, what you say about me and my paper and my life? And the mighty Ramil from the LBM Coliseum shouts out to him again. And they watched this shit go down. Everybody was tearing his ass up at the Coliseum. He was fighting for his life. This nigga was fighting for his life. And my man Complex demolished him. Just demolished him. And I'm telling you, boy, I'm telling you, this is the type of stuff that I love to see at the LBM Coliseum. See, y'all can't just come up here and say some bullshit about his business ain't real and he's over here faking and they don't expect you to run up on. See, niggas love doing that in the spheres, right? They love doing that shit. Quiet as kept. They love this shit. They love this shit. That's why they entertained by it. But VA wasn't ready. And that was like, was it Monday? It's this past Monday. I saw that shit, man. I was like, whoa. VA, you're fucking up, man. Woo! You taking the L's left and right, boy. I know you don't believe in no teams, but my nigga, dude has no credibility. One thing about Complex, he's going to make it about him. Sister George throwing a shot. When you assume something, you make an ass of you. And me, we can go all around all day, all kinds of things. It doesn't make it true. Personal shot, but this person right here, I like this troll or this person speaking facts in this LBM Coliseum. They be watching Ramil religiously. See, I like when people make some sense in the comment section. And see, this is before, this is new Coliseum, y'all. And he let that go down. But Complex, this is the start of the show, and it was a decent panel, and he was spouting on his shit, and then Complex came up and he said, I'm tired of shit. He said, fuck this nigga right here, man. He said, fuck this nigga right here. And I said, okay, do your thing, man. Okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, man. Yeah. What's going on, She? What's going on, May? Salute, man. But yeah, we got to talk about it, man. Complex was tired of the bullshit. He said, I'm tired of this nigga. Every time he gets on panels, and he said it was on Art's panel when he checked him, right? I don't know which art. I don't know if it was Art New Style or the other art that I don't mess with. But it's sad. It's sad, but that just shows you where we at as men or everywhere else, or actually black men. But black men's already been divided for years, so it doesn't really matter. These spaces don't really help much or things like that. But when I call it the LBM Coliseum, I call it what it is. They go into battle every time. It could be a good or bad topic. Somebody's going to get mauled up in there when he opened the gates up. And VA wasn't really ready. He wasn't really ready for that shit. That shit was wild, bro. Like, I saw that this past Monday. I said, what the fuck is going on? Like, you niggas is wild. and that's just the thing. That's just the thing. I love doing this because this is actual content, and you see it all the time. But niggas just want to trip off of the smallest shit, and I'm just telling you, yeah, Complex, he always blew a gasket, but it's rightfully so. This one, it was rightfully so. He checked dude. He said, "Hey, don't be talking about my credentials." And he had to get somebody on the phone. He said, "Hey, nigga, I'm real, nigga. I'm real like this in real life. I'm that nigga." He said, "I'm that nigga." You know, he had to check that boy. I mean, that's it for the shots, y'all. And this is the start there. I'm gonna leave this up for a couple of minutes, and that's standard. And he's tired of the bullshit. You cannot talk about this man and insult this man's integrity. You just can't do that. Complex is a serious dude, man. I mean, I don't know if it's true, if he's that serious, but he's a serious dude. Like, he said it's real. I'll take his word for it. He said he lives outskirts of LA. He said it. We talked on panels before. He told it what it was. And that's what you're going to see from now on. And dudes that challenge each other and his credentials by his job, he said, when they ran his butt off the panel, he had to make a some content after that. I told him that he was lame for talking about certain individuals, talking about their gods, and Mighty Ramil put him on the stake, their Lord and Savior, to put him on the stake at the LBM Coliseum. He couldn't take it. VA couldn't take it. Complex bodied him. He was tired. He laid him down and he crushed him. All of his might. Let's just tell it like it is. If y'all wasn't there, I'm giving you the shots to show you what happened. If y'all want to ask, there you go. I got the evidence. It is what it is, bro. Complex did his thing. He checked the man, and he said, "You want to do this again at the LBM Coliseum?" And he said, "What the fuck you gonna do?" So you gotta understand something. You will be challenged. You will be challenged. There is no glorified echo chambers in the building. You're always going to be challenged. Always going to be challenged. Anytime you're going to get challenged like that, when a nigga challenges you on your shit, you better be ready. Because if you ain't ready, you'll get crushed at the LBM Coliseum. See, VA, you have an interesting name. You call yourself the Village Arsonist. You supposed to be a true arsonist, nigga. You supposed to flame niggas. Yeah, you flame niggas and trolling, but you gotta flame them all the way around. If you that name is respectable. I mean, you have a respectable name, but by the looks of it, I ain't gonna talk bad about you, but I mean, we're decent. But my man, you can't be a one-man army out here on the internet. You need some balance out here, bro. But I get it. I know you're pro-black. I know you gun hold. I used to be pro-black back in the day. I stopped that shit a long time ago, bro. Like, these dudes are inconsistent. What's going on, Bruce? Salute. Welcome to the show. Welcome to DTN segment number 4 in the news. But man, VA, you going out bad, man. Not at the LBM Coliseum. Ramil's gonna look at you like, man, I can't have you on my team if you worship the purple pill God. Or the God himself. He called himself the Godfather. He gets challenged. I criticize him in subliminally. I criticize Mal Mannerman, aka Angerman, and all them other niggas, man. They do the same dumb shit. They get this DTN work. The shots do all the telling. But see, Complex, put that complex knowledge on your head, boy. Because you ain't ready for it. You are not ready for it. And that just shows you at the LBN Coliseum, you got to bring your shit. I ain't saying that he's my Lord and Savior, but he's y'all's Lord and Savior. Y'all love Ramil. Y'all call him, oh, Ramil, Lord Ramil, please help me to not die in the LBM Coliseum. But y'all scared, man. Y'all scared to challenge him all the time. He stands his ground all the time. That's why he has a Coliseum for. But everybody needs to stop and think about why VA loves challenging people a lot. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But Complex, I mean, salute to him, what he did. I love this shot. I'm just telling you, he had a challenge, dude, and then VA has to be challenged as well. You can't have an echo chamber. You have to be challenged, man. You have to be challenged. And I'm just saying, man, you got to be challenged sometimes. It's okay to be challenged. It's okay. I get challenged on my shit all the time in the chat room. I get challenged on panels. Like I think it happened to me last year. They challenged me when I was on panels 2 years ago when I started doing this. I'm telling you, I've always been challenged. I've been challenging personally, even on the job on certain points I made, even political stuff. People challenge me, even customers used to challenge me. Everybody wants that challenge, man. They want to challenge you all the time in their points and everything that's making. So yeah, this stuff it's not that serious, but I'm just saying, well, if you stand on your principles, you'll be all right. But dude, he got you. He just got you that day, and then that day just went badly. I'm like, oh my god, it went badly. It went badly, VA. Mm, mm, mm. And we have to talk about you, man, because we got 2 shots of you. See, Complex got at you. He said, what's up, my nigga? What's that bullshit you talking about? You ran him off. I didn't get that part when he ran him off. I would love to, but you know what it was. It was like 11:05 Eastern time, but I know it's 10:01 at his time at the LBM Coliseum. But I was watching from the distance, boy. Woo-wee! Oh, this is the part he ran him off. Okay, and I got him backwards and forwards, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We know what the truth is. We know what the truth is. We know what the truth is. But some people just got to look at it like, hey, man, this is what it is. I'm just going to let it play out. We're going to talk about it. This is an example, folks, what happens when you get challenged on any time, any place. But the LBM Coliseum is no mercy. They crush fools with knowledge all day in the drama and the fuckery. It's stagnation content at its best. We know it's not evergreen. It was evergreen in the beginning, then it becomes stagnation. We have individuals like VA want to stagnate it. He's a stagnator, and he likes to stagnate certain things. He can't help that. That's who he is. I mean, I learned to accept people who they are. Complex got tired of it. He said, fuck it. I'm trying to bring this evergreen back since he likes to smoke weed, right? Okay, let's talk about it. You can't come around and say, it's the women's fault. Oh, blah, 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 blah. That's how y'all sound like, VA. Y'all sound like a bunch of seals and acting like this. Blah, blah, blah. It's their fault. It's their fault. This is you too. This is you too. This is you too. That's how y'all sound like, complaining about women. Complex said, y'all need to stop that shit. He said, I'm successful, you niggas, and y'all ain't even play. And he just flexed on this nigga, man. He flex. See, niggas love to flex on the internet. This is what they do, man. But Dtn4, y'all have it. This is y'all's week's message. I'll be live later when I'm off this shit, and I'll say like in round to Dustin. Now we'll talk about the dollar conspiracy, and that'll be like the part 2, the final part of the dollar conspiracy. Like people keep saying the dollar's gonna fall, but we're gonna talk about that later. Right now, I'll get some more coverage next Thursday. Talk about the same things, but we'll see what type of interesting slides I have, y'all. But yeah, man, I just want to put this up here for at least almost when it gets to the 50-minute, I'll take this down. So yeah, I'll take this down when it gets to the 50-minute mark, and then we're gonna get into it. But as I was saying, this is the type of stuff that we're seeing, and y'all want to come up here and just gagging whatever, right? I'm just saying, like, bro, you got to understand, you're always going to get challenged. This is not just a glorified echo chamber. I mean, the radical, the mighty radical himself, Ramil, has always tell you to challenge your shit at the LBM Coliseum, the logical black male Coliseum, or the logical male Coliseum, or the men. You become men in the day in the battle of the Coliseum. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Because it's power. You know what it is. You know what it is. That's the power we are today. But it is what it is. It is what it ain't. But like I said, y'all think this is a game, man. Y'all act like this is gonna sit well. Y'all act like this is gonna sit well. Right? But yeah, man. But that's it. They're the star of the show. But I'm gonna take this down. But yeah. But this is another one for the DTN4. Number 5 will come real soon, and as I expected. But yes. I will be out in the field as always. And salute to everybody that came through and enjoying this explanation point. I had to show you those slides, man. But a lot of people do what they do. They do what they do, man. So for this week, we have this, and of course, this coming up Sunday Madness. I explained about the BS that's going on about the terrorism thing. I ain't gonna go in depth on it. I'm just gonna be mild with it, and everybody's panicking. That's a free for all series, Sunday Madness as always, and also embrace of being an independent thinker. 13. I'm gonna be talking about something different. Get away from topics that are not conducive. We'll talk about that this coming up Tuesday. And the advisor said he's gonna be excuse me, Dre. He said he's gonna be outside. So for folks y'all looking for the advisor, he's chilling. So Monday, I'll give y'all something Monday. I will say like a little something. I'll give y'all something to start off the week. And then we're gonna talk about the embrace of being an independent thinker, and we're gonna come through. It's gonna be a full week. And contractualism, we'll talk about that as well. So yeah, man, we're gonna get down to it. So as we hoped, this is the type of stuff we're talking about. So DTN4, or excuse me, it is what it is, you know. And that's what we have here, folks. But and that's how we get down. And then that's what you're gonna see. We're gonna get some more next week. So we're gonna see what's gonna go on this Thursday night, and then it's gonna start all weekend. I'm gonna catch something this weekend because last weekend there wasn't much. But the coming of this week, this week's been hectic because everybody's been panicking and they tripping long, hard, and bullets. And like, oh my God, what's going on? We can't be doing this no more. We can't be doing this no more. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Yeah, we're gonna start right off on Taurus season. We'll get this out the way. And yeah, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. So we're gonna get this out of the way. We're gonna square it away. So number 5 is here. Number 4 has been completed. And like I said, man, that's all I got to show y'all, man. But yeah, man, we see this all the time on YouTube, man. This is pretty much normal. And they like to talk about the same old stuff. Like, yeah, from the Will and Jada moments to this. They had to talk about FJ. FJ was he was on a roll, yo. So and and the time is very decent. This is 6:23 Eastern time, so we're gonna wait until the hour mark gets through. So once we get to the hour mark, I'm gonna close it down. But shouts out to everybody, man. Shouts out to everybody. Letisa, appreciate you. The first one coming in, appreciate you coming through. Bruce, She, what's going on, man? Appreciate you sliding through. Mace, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. TC Killer, T Church in the building. Art, appreciate you, man. Have a great show, man. Yes, yes, yes. Latisa, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. But the shots, it's just what it is, man. The nigga shit is powerful, man. We already know that's what sells YouTube content. We was trying to tell that to Solo's ass today at the LBM Coliseum. Dude, y'all think I ain't watching. I'm watching you niggas. If he has problems with his shit, you will be caught and be a part of the DTN powers. That is what it is. But I have to tell y'all got to stop the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to stop the bullshit. So we can't be having y'all be lying up here on YouTube what YouTubers is about. See, big YouTubers gonna do what they do. You got to understand something. That's the power of us. So it ain't gonna be long, but yeah, I had to come up here and say, hey, this is a new segment. This is number 4. Number 5 will be next week, and it's gonna be interesting. I will be in the field tonight. Yes, I'll be watching motherfuckers tonight because the field work begins tonight, and we're gonna catch some shit. If they have a problem, an issue, they can address it. But it is what it is, man. Like I said, we see this all the time. We're not worried. And that's the thing. That's the thing. So if you have any problems, what's going on? But you know what it is. And it's just like I just like say this, man. I love doing this, man. Like the DTN series. I'll add this feature in another familiar Thursday segment I always do, the Thursday We'll bring back the thrills. And Thursday thrills, you're gonna find some history. Yes, we're gonna add the screenshot element of people doing dumb shit. I'll have a few slides. It ain't gonna be a lot, and it's gonna be appropriate. I'll address certain individuals, and it's gonna be some roasting. And what with that one, we're gonna use super chats. We're gonna use super chats. This one is just specifically the content creator, the super chats, the comment section. It's everything. It's the whole shebang. But the other one is gonna be the super chats only. We're gonna talk about the super chats, people in the comment section, and then the title of the screen. We'll use their segment, and then we're just gonna go on. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna look at the title, and we're gonna take it from there. And wow. And the slides will keep coming, but it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be a short segment of Thursday Thrills, and then we're gonna talk about the rest of the way. So yeah, and we're gonna be talking, man. And if they want to challenge it, we'll bring it out somewhere like since we brought it 30 minutes, but that one we're gonna bring it like in the 50-minute mark, and before I even drop the gauntlet of Thursday Thrills, and people want to challenge it, they want to be a part of it. You're gonna see some differences, man. And we here and we stay here and we be consistent what we do. So yeah, man, the shots is telling, man. Like, VA, man, you're fucking up, man. You're fucking up big time because people are looking at you, man. They looking at you sideways, bro. Like, you gotta get your shit together, man. Like, they ain't fucking with you out here. Niggas get tired. They mad. They get mad. I have the evidence. Always bring evidence on this shit. And this is what DTN is for. We expose the news, what you niggas be doing. Trying to fuck up people's content. That's what I look for. I don't look for a decent conversation. No, it's for you niggas talking all that wild shit. And then you see why that individual went crazy. But it all started with a police chief or a lieutenant stepped down. Shouts out to George Macon. He mentioned that, and I saw it earlier. What he said. It was. I saw the replay of it. It was like an hour long, and then I fell asleep halfway. And I know what he meant by that. And they paint dudes as terrorists. And let me tell you something. That's nothing new. They've been doing that since 10 years ago and prior. When YouTube became a thing, was acquired by Google and everybody else, you have agents all around the world doing damage. That's the whole purpose of them doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand something. This stuff is for real. And when y'all do serious topics about it and people don't know what they're talking about, you got to do the history of YouTube. You got to do the history of Google and what they've done. And you got to be around it for a long, long, long time. So a lot of people just acting crazy right now. They try to act like they want to know something, but y'all really don't know. You don't know the gist what's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of people going to get exposed. So it's not going to be just like a whole takedown of everybody. No, it's going to be takedown to anybody that has an ideology, no matter what color. They're tired of the right wing bullshit. I'll explain in a special segment, probably this coming up Sunday. I got to talk about it. But Dollar Conspiracy tonight. We're going to talk about it after midnight. It's a dusk to dawn at 1:00. I might schedule it. I might go through it because you'll see it. I'll be up because since I'm going to do my little reporting, see what you niggas doing acting crazy on this shit. And we're going to be live in full effect. But I told you what it was. And that's the thing, the beauty about it. You got to understand something. You cannot bring BS to your channel and content. So basically what I'm saying is y'all got to be consistent out here. So consistency is king. So like I said, y'all, it's been real. Appreciate y'all stopping through. This is another one, Daily Thursday News #4. And we out here. So we out. I'm going to leave y'all with this. I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. And I'm just like, hey, because it's an hour playing. So with that, peace.